Hello, welcome to today's messages. Let's tune in, tap in, and clear the energies of the day. Beautiful. Yes. Yes. Thank you for being here. I welcome you with the love and the kisses. Yes. Let us tap in, tune in to the messages. Really? Really? We're still talking about inner beauty. Beautiful. The cards have spoken. This was the card that came out yesterday. Inner beauty 21. This period of self-care, self-holding, rejuvenating, re-energizing, hibernation, germination, and the dedication and efforts starting to reflect and mirror back to you in your external world. Right? In the flower here, look at that, peaceful, calm, cozy, held, felt, yes. And then look at these little glimmers or glimpses of the physical manifestation of your internal relaxation, of your internal spaces and places and faces. Okay, Spirit. Actuarians, I'm gonna back up this inner beauty here. Beautiful. What is this one? Look at this swirling vortex. It's like the things. I'm getting like a swirling pot, a percolation. Let's just see what it is. The third wave makes you aware of your choice to be here. What are you worrying about? Okay, accept who you are. It's good to know you aren't the one who has difficulty with this. Let's start by looking in the mirror. What do you see first? Okay, so this is really being conscious of your internal spaces, because this is what drives, fuels, and contributes to your external projections. Yes, something like that. Okay, let's get the runes. A rune, some runes, whatever you feel we need to know right now. Look at this. I saw, and I think she was upside down. Isa is about stillness, ice, right? But not to the point of incapacitating, right? Just enough to, it's giving me this germinating, this hibernating, this sleeping phase, right? To rejuvenate, to replenish. Let's get the book. Let's get the book. Stillness. There we go. Self-control. Focus. Stability. And stasis. I don't know what stasis is. Is that like homeostasis? A balancedness. Okay. The message of Isa is one of finding inner strength, self-reliance, self-awareness, and self-acceptance. Beautiful. Beautiful. Dung dang ding, right? A ding dong doom. It halts activity until a change is made, whether from within or without. Okay. She pulls all her awareness and resources in towards herself, concentrating her power. Isa. Yes. This is the tending to your inner beauty. This is your life goal. This is your reason for coming to this earth at this time, to be an example of one who tends their inner to tend their outer, right? In a world where everybody is working really hard externally to change, to move, to bring about, to manifest. And this is about the other way, doing it the other way. This isn't about a refusal to act. This is about consolidating your energy and acting only upon things that are passionately confirmed, right? Where your nervous system and your heart are like, yes, those are the actions that you take. If your heart's like, then don't take those actions, right? That's how you utilize your power, your energy in an effective way. Like vacuuming without the vacuum being plugged in versus vacuuming with the vacuum being plugged in. Less effort or more effective utilization of energy, which then allows more energy to be allocated in different ways for the benefit of you and not the degradation and not the, is it a deficit? I don't know. Okay. Four of Swords. Okay, this is the honoring of self, all the versions of self that you have let go in the past, a recognition, an acknowledgement, an honoring of past things, all of the things, people, places, and things that have brought you to now, right? Whether it was neglect, abuse, gaslighting, downplaying, disregarding, dismissing, all of it was part of the game plan, right? Part of what you signed up for in order to coax, nurture, push you into yourself to heal, to grow, so that you can start to see your internal spaces reflected in your outternal spaces. Yes, outternal spaces. Okay, your wheel is very protected. Okay, while you are doing this internal thing, you are rewriting, resetting, turning the wheel in your favor. Okay, and yes, you are divinely, heavily protected. You've got sentinels. I'm getting Michael, Archangel Michael, very protective of this process, because this is part of your why you came here, to turn the wheel in your favor in a different way, from the inside out. And that is powerful. That is powerful. Wow. Right? You, the vessel, the chalice, the holy grail, overflowing with liquid sunshine. This is your internal spaces, glowing, flowing, overflowing. And everywhere it lands, little seeds germinate, form, bloom, grow. Okay. Wow. That is some kind of gorgeous. Wow. Wow. You were powerful. I don't know why, but I'm seeing like a battery storeroom and like solar panels, and they're banking all of this light source energy to be used later. And I feel like this is what's happening, right? This going within, this time of stillness. It's the foundational work. It is the root system under the earth, unfurling, establishing, grounding, holding. Beautiful. Transformation, death, and rebirth. Right? When one door closes, another door opens. When an old plant dies, it becomes the fertilizer for the new plants. And also transformation, right? This stillness period is very much the cocoon. It's a super important part of the process for the caterpillar transforming into the butterfly, right? You can't skip it. You can't rush it. Otherwise, you're goo, right? You have to allow the transformation to finish, to run its course, to get to where it needs to get to before flying away, right? Oh, this is one that lands on the ground, which means pay extra attention to this message from Spirit. Okay. What do we got here? Wow. The world. Completion. 1551 on the timer. Completion. Revolution. Right? Start to the finish. The end of the old cycle and the beginning of a new. I mean, it's just freaking gorgeous, right? This transformation, the death of the old world and the birth of the new world. Wowza. Wow. Wowza wow. Okay, let's get an archetype. I feel like... What? What are you doing? That's weird. Okay. What is this? Whoa. Holy moly. Apocalypsis. Look at this freaking card. Look at it. What is even happening? What is even happening? Crazy. Oops, sorry. Okay, let's see. What is this apocalypsis? It's a giant eyeball in the center, like fractals. And what are these? It's like a flaming gem. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, I feel like it's the back of the book. There it is. Crazy. Removing the veil of deception. Apocalypsis indicates a particularly painful time, one that unfolds when two separate dynamics occur simultaneously, pulling the psyche in seemingly opposite directions. The first is a lifting of the veil. This means truths that have been kept in the dark are revealed, seen, and unearthed. No matter how relieving it is to witness them come into the light, an element of despair and grief follows. The second dynamic is the regeneration that comes from the wreckage of the revealed truth. The old narrative breaks and a new story forms. Apocalypsis energy is similar to a forest's fire, devastation for the sake of regeneration. The veil lifts and we see who and what has been hiding. From the nakedness of the truth, a child is born. Have faith in the process. Hold on to your center. That is the only way. Wow, right? The lifting of the veil. The regeneration that comes from the wreckage of the revealed truth, right? When the old dies, the new is instantly born. When the truth is revealed, you can't go back, right? A new thing, a new way is born. And also the devastation for the sake of regeneration. The caterpillar is devastated in its process of turning into butterfly by its dissolving into goo, right? Can you think of anything more devastating than that? But it's a necessary part of its regeneration process, its birth into the new version of self. Wow. The unknown becomes known and guides the way. Yeah, this is that waking up, right? The busting out of the cocoon and seeing life and feeling life with new eyes, with new senses, right? It's familiar, yet it's new. And simultaneously, it's as it's always been. You're just able to see more because of your newness, right? I'm thinking of the veil, like removing the lenses. Today I've been getting little, right on this side of my temple, like almost um like a headache. It's a throb, and it only lasts like just a little bit and it goes away. That's the second time it's happened today. Okay, it's gone already. When dark, nihilism, fatalism, and hopelessness. This card has a strong relationship to Althea. If both cards appear in one reading, you've got some real uncovering to do. Take heed. All kinds of things will be revealed during a time of apocalypsis, from big global lies to little white ones that lace the bedroom sheets. Brace yourself for the horse of truth to storm your every field. Well, isn't that interesting? The horse of truth to storm your every field. This is it. I'm getting the Matrix, right? The devastation was him waking up and literally having to pull his own plug, or was it out of his mouth? Both, right? How devastating is that? Looking around, seeing everything that he saw, and then the process of being collected and cleaned, and and then where do we find him after that? He was sleeping probably for a couple days because he had to regenerate, recalibrate, and then it was this unknown, like, where am I? What am I doing? Who are these people, right? And then the mindful plugging back into the system. But now there is a new understanding, new eyes to see, right? You're able to see beyond the veil and recognize all of those individuals who are still plugged into it unconsciously. I'm telling you, the first one, it starts to veer. I feel like by the third one, it loops you back to yeah, I don't know, but the first one is really potent. Very potent. Okay, well, that was powerful. But again, this is part of your process that you signed up for. Okay, and this is also another reason why you don't want to skip this stillness period. It's a necessary regenerative processing recalibration period before flying, right? The caterpillar emerges as the butterfly. And there's a certain amount of time that butterfly will stay there, clinged to the thing, the branch or the leaf or whatever, as it is alchemizing or acclimating to its newness before it, leaps off for the first time and flies away, right? Okay, I think we're gonna get a astro card here. There was some beautiful astrological events that were happening, and we got snow and had clouds, so I wasn't able to see it, but apparently it was Saturn and Neptune in the sky at the same time beside each other, and I think it's like every 36 years or something like that. And what it does with the Cheshire Grin moon is it looks like a happy face in the sky, apparently. Okay. So another example of this shift, this change, this time period. If the Saturn and, is it Uranus? Uranus? What did I say? Saturn and, dang it, Neptune. Right? They come in, they mark the end of the last 36-year cycle and the start of the new one. So that's beautiful. Okay, we've got Sagittarius expand. And I feel like this is actually what is happening as you are within, in this stillness period, in this inner beauty tending. You are being pulled back. And when it's released, you're going to shoot off into your new life, your new world, right? It's like I took a cutting from my rose bush, and several of them, and planted them, and a few of them took. And last year, there was a lot of surface movement, no blooms, just thin sort of viney stalks and little leaves. And I came across some information that says that you're supposed to cut them right back, which forces them to establish more of a root system, so that when spring comes, when it's time to move their energy above the surface, they're more likely to bloom, right? They're more likely to be concentrated, to be powerful, because their root system is so firmly established. Okay. And the other one is progressions, journey. That one. These are like lenses, like those different lens. And then divine timing, I want to say. Okay, let's get the book. Let's get the book and let them say what they want to say. Sagittarius asks us to think big, travel far, and use our restlessness restlessness and curiosity to create. A mutable fire sign. Sagittarius's symbol is that of the centaur, half human, half horse. Oh, beautiful. And of course, right? Okay. Sagittarius, ruled by expansive Jupiter, rules the thighs, the muscles that propel our movement. The sun shines in Sagittarius November 22nd to December 21st. Okay, the action for Sagittarius. Sagittarius has two imperatives. Expand your perspective and humbly speak your truth. So let your perspective become versatile, flexible, and curious. Travel in the body or in the mind and explore a larger philosophical, environmental, or metaphysical context for this situation. Imagine you are on a mountaintop. Look down at your life from 1,000 feet up. Now take it further, like the astronauts who look down on our spinning green and blue globe and see no borders between countries. You are a global citizen. Change your life to reflect this reality. Speak your truth. Remember the fairy tale, The Emperor's New Clothes. A pair of con artists arrive at an emperor's court claiming to make beautiful garments. They say their creations are only visible to people of quality. Incompetent people can't see the clothes. No one in the emperor's court wants to admit they can't see the supposedly intricate garments, and the emperor wears his new clothes on parade. Only one honest Sagittarian-style boy speaks up without rancor, states the obvious: the emperor is naked, and breaks the spell. Ask what spell you need to break and speak up. Wow. Challenge. Just because you see it doesn't mean you have to say it. On the other hand, right? Timing and pacing are everything. Be honest, not mean. Ask if what you are about to say is wise, kind, and necessary as well as true. Watch out for the geographic curve, the belief that travel will solve your problems because wherever you go, there you are. And the gift. Honor all your relationships. Sagittarius reminds us that our spiritual path is connected to all our relations. The two-footed, four-footed, many-legged, winged, scaled, and finned. And they are connected to us. Beautiful. Oh, yeah. And a 56. Progressions. The planets continuously move through time and space. When you are born, you imprint the patterns of that moment, which are described in your natal chart. But the planets keep moving, and you also imprint the patterns they make as they progress through those first few months. These progressions sketch out the big sweeping journey of your life. You live that pattern out at roughly the rate of a year to a day for the rest of your life. This revelation, both, neither. I don't know. Okay. You live the pattern. Oh, yeah. Once you're born, you can't choose the cycles you live through, but you always choose how you respond. Action. Progressions do not speak of a passing thing, but to the big sweeping arcs of karmic fate, to your soul's journey. Your present situation may not make sense in the short term because it has more to do with big karmic patterns and how those intersect with the karmic patterns of the world's progression, and less to do with your daily existence. Stand back and look at your life's journey. Think of the years you engaged with the world and the years you needed time for more personal work. Consider making a lifeline or painting this landscape to see where you are in those big sweeping patterns. This situation may feel fated, but the outcome is not predestined. Though you may feel uncomfortable, you always have a choice about how you respond and where you go. It's the last one. To help guide you in the moment, consider where you would like to be at the end of your life, a far distant point, and look back. Let this future become your lighthouse to guide you. Even though you may have to go around the rocks and work with the tides, let your lighthouse guide you. The challenge. This is not a small obstacle or opportunity. This is part of a complex pattern. Every choice you make changes how it unfolds. The gift. Trust the tides and set your own sails. Wow, beautiful. And also confirming of this period, right? Don't rush these transmutable time phases of stillness, of hibernation, of regeneration, because they set the tone for the next revolution. Wow. Okay, we're gonna get a gentle chaos card today, I think. Or two. The sky, the ring, the moths. Okay. The moths. May every creature of every size, of every shape, take up space. Sometimes a moment of silence is simply not enough of a gesture to offer up to heaven. Just a little poem at the beginning. Okay, the moths signify the value and meaning of even the smallest beings. Is there something small in your life you've been overlooking? That's it. That's it. The ring represents a union and a reminder that we can create our own heirlooms and that we give our precious objects the power they have. There is an opportunity or partner, romantic or business related, waiting for you in the near future. That's the moths. Okay. A little hint to the unknown. And the sky represents your freedom. There are truly no barriers surrounding you, only infinite possibilities. Look inward, look up, and make your dreams a reality. Only you can do this. Beautiful. I love it too because people always say, whatever you want, the sky is the limit. And I'm like, you're telling me that I have no limits, yet you're giving me a limit right off the get-go, right? Like, why is the sky the limit? There's so much, right? And this exactly sort of, I feel that it's not limiting me to the sky. It's saying that once you reach the sky, it's freedom, infinite possibilities. Yeah, that's my point, right? Beautiful. So more confirmation of the wheel turning in your favor, of the work that you are doing on the inside. It's like a clock, right? On the surface, all we see are these arms responding, but inside there's a full internal mechanism. Things are turning and rotating. The timings are perfect, right? It's a complex internal system. This is why we don't rush through this phase. The same with the roots, right? The same with the germination, the same with the establishing under the ground. It's so important so that we don't grow these weak, straggly, reaching limbs that have tiny little leaves and no blooms. We want the blooms, right? And sometimes sometimes it requires a cutting back, a removing, a distinct releasing of the old in order to force the energy within down into the soil for growth, for reestablishing. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, let's get a kitty card. Yeah, so there's some snow out there. Not anything I gotta shovel, but enough for it to be wet and cold. Perfect time to go within and snooze. Just kidding. Snuggle and cozy. Okay, meet Lynx. She is a sorceress, a shaman, and a witch cat. She is the part of you that creates a magical brew of intention and action that results in manifestations beyond your wildest dreams. She can usher in deep healing and revolutionary transformation. Beautiful. Transformations. Turn inward. Connect to the powerful current of your life force and conduct that energy into creations for the good of all. You have everything you need within you. Don't hold back. The world needs your magic. Claim your place at the table of dreamers and magic makers. Lynx will meet you there. Wow, wow, wow. Powerful, powerful stuff. You are made of powerful, powerful stuff. Stardust. And source. Wow, okay. Some love messages? Hug a tree. Yes, maybe you want to put on some warm clothes before you do that. Let them love you, okay? If you've got somebody coming in, if you've got partnerships and relationships and business ships all coming in, let them be the reflection of your inner peace and sovereignty and love. Let them love you the way you deserve, okay? You got a wish coming true, which is gorgeous. Think of your wish like a cake. And you don't want to pull it out the oven before it's done baking, right? Beautiful. Okay, be present. Yes. Don't rush. Think of this stillness period like a toddler. Okay. Toddlers, they take a lot of work. They can be exhausting. Where am I going with this? Don't want to rush the process. You don't want to rush that phase because it is fleeting. Once it's gone, right? You can't go back, and you don't want to rush it. You don't want to rush it, even though there are moments where you're like, I can't wait until they're doing this or doing that or doing this other thing. Yes, you can. You can wait, because this is the period that they are in full testing. This is the period that they need your sturdy consistency and unconditional love in order to solidly stabilize themselves for when it is time to grow above the surface. Yes, something like that. You're there. You know what I'm talking about. Okay. Conscious breathing. Yes. Okay. This is beautiful, because the information that came across me today, which was confirming a lot of things actually, was this idea. Now I don't have all the terms, but it was consciously breathing in and pulling up. So you've got this tunnel system pathway that runs through your entire system like a straight line. And you breathe in the energy of the earth up through you, and you breathe in the energy of the sky down through you. And there's this recycling, processing, merging that happens in your heart system that takes that, balances it out, and distributes it within your body. And so when I was doing that, this conscious visualization as I am physically doing the breathing, right? What I noticed, I kind of breathed in the earth, and then the breathing out, I was like, I don't know what to do, right? Am I breathing it back down? What am I doing? And so Spirit suggested that, or nudged me. What is it? Yeah, they suggest, because then we choose what we use, right? To breathe in from the earth and breathe out and around. Breathe in from the sky and breathe down and around. And you do that, you keep doing that until you create, until you can feel that flow, unhindered flowing in through your center. Okay. And trust your intuition. Okay. Yeah. It's leading you, it's guiding you, it's nudging you, it is suggesting things for you. Okay. Trust it. It knows a little bit more than you do. And it's got you this far. And you're gorgeous. You're gorgeous. Okay. Beautiful. Okay, we'll do some charms. Wow. Okay. Okay, so that's how the reading looks from this side. Gorgeous. Okay, but look at this. Look at this. The spider is caught in this butterfly. And this is my self-care spider with the rose quartz in the back. And this is my in process of transformation butterfly, right? The sketch, the idea, the forming, the becoming. So this is your self-care confirmation, your stillness, right? And it was linked to this expand Sagittarius. I feel like this is the pullback of the string period, right? This period of stillness and regeneration within. Okay, we've got the turtle here. The turtle of freedom. This is my slow and steady wins the race, right? This is slow, dedicated, consistent. It's like also the energy of the pentacle, right? The roots, the growing. It takes time. You can't rush it. Okay, and then we've got the water buffalo, and in this present. Okay, so this is a very stable, sturdy land animal, balanced in the masculine and feminine, refusing to be domesticated, being present and mindfully so. And then we have the lion. Beautiful. Okay, yesterday when Inner Beauty came out, the rune was Iwaz, which is the lion, and it was about conserving your energy because you may need an expenditure soon, right? Reserve your energy for when you need it. And what do we got here? Laugh often, beautiful, and hug a tree. So this is that external self-care, right? It's not just because it's about going within, and stillness doesn't mean you haul up in your attic hanging from the rafters for 3.5 months, right? You still need to engage, you still need to do the things. And so make sure you are balancing your time externally, getting out into the forest, hugging trees, getting out with people who are safe and encouraging to your growth and expansion and joy. And then we've got this peace and purity of the fleur de lis. Okay, and so this is maintaining your peace within and during adversity, right? This is like the tower, the death, the cutting back of the limbs in order to promote and support growth, right? And so be light about it on all the levels. Observe, but detach yourself so that you are not taking it in to your internal spaces and places. Okay, that is what I have for you today. I hope that your mind is still intact and not blown all over the roof behind you. Okay, trust the process, trust the timing, trust your purpose in this life, in this time, in this now. You've got beautiful, miraculous, gorgeous things. Freedom, wheel turning in your favor. Gorgeous. Okay, and something else entirely. Okay, all things will lead to joy, peace, and love. I love you and appreciate you and wishing you good luck and love and peace on your journey, wherever you're at. Okay, love you and see you next time. Bye for now.